We got movies that need to be stopped, be like.
The movie industry has had many big changes throughout its decades of use, and one of the biggest transformations was just recently, ladies and gentlemen, the introduction of streaming services. Now, if you've been watching for a while, you know how I feel about streaming services. Between the theft from my bank account and the damages done to the movie industry, you can
taking it out smooth.
I'm not the biggest fan. However, these things are not the only crimes they've committed. Original movies that need to be stopped. More specifically,
I'm so curious.
Netflix movies, because some of these original Netflix movies, I mean, they're just booty butt cheeks. It's unbelievable. So I've dug deep within the slop that Netflix pushes out in their day-to-day and found what I think are the worst original Netflix movies ever.
I be wondering like how some of these movies even get greenlit in the first place, because there is no way you're sitting here, you write a whole script, it gets approved by the Netflix board of directors or however the system is set up. It gets approved by that. You hire actors, the whole VFX team, camera crew, all that background staff you need in order to shoot a movie. You shoot the movie, you literally just sit here, hear the terrible lines, terrible plots, and all this, and think, hey, this movie's gonna be a banger. No. Like, it just confuses me sometimes. Like, I am convinced that they know they're making garbage sometimes, but they're like, there's some schmuck out there that'll watch it, so we'll make a buck off it. Who cares?
Down to business.
Tubi movies are hilarious.
Watch this guy put his greasy finger up his shitty ass.
Tall Girl is insane.
Tall Girl. Can you guess what this movie is about? Let me spoil it for you. Yes, it's about a very tall girl. Listen,
by Dying Game. Just tell me that's crazy.
Through this movie, so will you. We start out this masterpiece with this girl named
What's up,
Jody
Kelmer?
and this dude making some eyes at each other with one of the weaker title cards I've seen in recent times. After some book flirting, Bro Chachino right here shoots his shot with Jody until she stands up and towers over my mans. This forces dude to retract his shot, and let me just make this clear. You're telling me not a single dude would be lushing over this tall ass girl?
Damn, bro, you not trying to climb no trees? Come on. I'm talking about, hey, if Cameron Brink or Angel Reese be like, hey, what's good, Cho? I'll be like, uppies. Hey, he ain't got his mind in the game. Like, bro, sub me in, Fi. Sub me in.
Writers of this movie must have never gone on Twitter. I know y'all remember the craze with the mother from Resident Evil. Stop playing with. But low-key though, the Lakers do need a center. So like, what are we doing? Anyways, Frank Heffley and Angela from The Office are trying to
I don't remember the movie
Jody's
that well.
height, but there was nothing that could really be done. So bullying and mockery.
Thank you for the clip.
Now
Crazy.
Farida is dancing in the hallways, and another dude asked Jody how the weather up there is. And has this actually ever happened? You're telling me an ass load of dudes have the balls to walk up to a random girl and openly make fun of her? Don't even answer that. The answer is no.
Let me guess, pizza.
This cuts us to Sabrina Carpenter, aka Harper, aka Sabrina Harpenter, who is Jody's older sister, a beauty pageant winner and all that shit. I can already sense the themes of envy between this one. You know, the grass is always greener type shit. At dinner, Frank Heffley is still worrying about his daughter's height. The mom definitely peaked in high school, and we meet the homie Jack. And my brotato chip wants a little piece of Jody Chachino, like bad. This is cut off by Prince Charming coming into the classroom, solving the problems on the board and being perfect, you know, the whole shebang. The girls get to quick work, especially this one, Kimmy, as Jack continues to plead his case to Jody. This is when we find out that Prince Charming is a foreign exchange student who is living with Jack and his family for the remainder of this movie. Jody tries to get some advice from Harpenter on how to get a guy to notice her, to which she responds in a very helpful manner. And now we're dancing, and do not forget that we have homecoming coming soon. At lunch, the girls start having a mog-off, which Kimmy seems to be the winner of. And now we're looking at Jack, who's looking at Jody, who's looking at Prince Charming and Kim. But fuck all that, because this girl Liz is flirting with Jack. I mean, come on, Jack, go off, man. That's what
Yo. I've heard of a love triangle and all this other stuff, but bro, we got like a love dodecahedron, whatever it's called, like 12 shapes. Huh? Run that back, Turbo, cause what? Man, hey, from what I'm seeing right now, old girl just needs to go with Jack, because apparently Jack was trying to get on game, bro. And like, hey, if I'm being real, that's your range. That's your range. You're not finna hit no Steph Curry 35-foot three-pointer. Come on, sometimes you gotta I'm not gonna say settle. You gotta take what the defense give you. Hit that midi. Mid-range game is not dead, I promise you. And happily ever after.
Talking about. We get a makeover montage on Jody, and Kimmy prank calls Jody acting as the new foreign exchange student. This cuts Jody's confidence in half as Jack and Charming are becoming friends. Jody is in the bathroom all upset, and this is when she uses her piano skills to get in touch with Stig. And why are we singing in the middle of the day? Both of you get your
High School Musical
Back at the crib, Jody is forced into joining the Tip Toppers Tall Club. And you know what? To be honest, Jody isn't even that tall. You think the way people are acting with her, she's like 6'10", 6'11", maybe even 7 feet. But I mean, 6'1" isn't that tall. This, once again, is another blow to Jody's confidence. Meanwhile,
wait, I'm 6'3". Bro, did they just get a whole bunch of short people for this movie? 6'1" is not, like, that's, I mean, that's a very common height in guys, I believe, but, well, depending on your location, but, bro, there is some hooper, somebody that would want to go with her. And, bro, it's a bunch of dudes out there that don't care if they female, like they shorty is taller than them. Whole premise of this movie is
asked out by the real Stig this time. They Netflix and chill. Jack almost cockblocks my man, and by the end of the night, they're smooching all over each other on the bus. Brother man has been in America for 2 weeks,
and he got
already
motion.
cheated on his girlfriend Kimmy. Jack sabotages.
Oh, they finna win. Bet.
PB&J.
Yeah, keep me updated on the score, please.
Hitting it off with this girl named Liz. Then he gets hit by a car. Jody is letting the Stig fatigue get to her head.
What? He didn't get hit by a car. He ran into a car. What?
Then he gets hit by a car.
Bro. Huh? What had you so distracted that you like literally rammed face first into the Toyota Camry?
Jody is letting the Stig fatigue get to her head because now she's blowing off her original day one friends to go hang out with Kimmy and her squad.
I hate when people do that.
At the escape room, the couples are having a 6-person makeout session, which is making me rather uncomfortable. And Prince Charming realizes that he likes Jody
Kelmer,
more
no,
than
because
Kimmy.
Poppy playtime's gonna be long.
However, to not stand her up at Harpenter's beauty pageant. Jack turns down Liz like a dumbass. Jody and Jack make up, and she sees footage of Stig shit talking her as Jack plays the knight in shining armor.
He got caught in 4K?
In human history, it actually works.
Green!
The king and queen break up. Jody has this corny ass speech, and Jack and Jody live happily.
Gang, what is this fit? What is this fit? What is this fit? This is not drill. Like normally I'm very accepting, but gang, what is this fit? What is this fit? Like my boy, why you look like a cotton candy swab? Cotton candy Q-tip. This one, they could have tailored this a little bit better if they was going for the, you know, the businesswoman suit. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Sorry, not sorry.
Ever after, and I have to ask you guys this question.
I feel like I just watched a fairy tale.
I would never
It got a
dream
sequel?
about living in a world without light.
Yes, that would be dark.
We have a double whammy with this one. Putrid live action remake and a Netflix original. Strap in, my brethrens. This is gonna be bad.
Oh,
we start out in
goodness.
Seattle, off to a great start because who is this? That better not be. Beautiful title card as a falling notebook falls from the sky. Everyone is very scared of the rain for some reason, and we have a Light Yagami, named Light Turner in this movie, protecting people.
Why is he Light Turner? Okay, so my big thing about live action anime, to me, it generally does not work. I haven't watched the One Piece live action remake or show or whatever you want to call it, but I've heard relatively good things about that. So maybe they're getting better. But I've heard bad things about this Death Note movie, and I've heard that Dragon Ball Evolution, which was a live action Dragon Ball Z, was probably one of the worst movies of all time. Like, why, bro? Like, sometimes it just does not physically work. Like, animation is better for some things, live action is better for others. That's all I gotta say.
Specifically this girl Mia, and let me just refresh the minds of you guys.
This is the first time in my life that I've been provoked to hit a woman.
Off-brand Light gets detention. We read a few rules of the notebook, and Light gets a visit from our beloved Shinigami. Light freaks out, starts screaming, which is just so awful, but this gets interrupted by Ryuk, who encourages Light to test out the powers of the Death Note after seeing this girl who's being assaulted by the same dude from earlier, which I don't think it's allowed for Shinigami to do this in this situation because this girl could have very well died here. Which
Absolutely.
means Ryuk would have intentionally saved her, which in turn would have gotten himself killed, but it's a shitty live action / Netflix movie, so let's continue.
Man.
Kenny gets sent to the Shadow Realm and Ryuk
Yo,
and
Quindarius,
Light
appreciate
begin
the
to
follow,
play
bro.
ball. Back
Or
at
refollow?
home, Off-Brand Light and Father
Yeah,
Turner in
refollow.
this movie have a few rough words about the death of his mother. Ryuk and Light have more discussions about the inner workings of the notebook as Light slimes out the dude who killed his mom.
Okay, I understand from a movie standpoint, like you got to change it to condense it into whatever your movie runtime is, like whether it be like 2 hours, hour and a half. But bro, we're deviating so far from the source material. That what was the point? What was the point?
School, bro is reading the Death Note in plain view of literally everybody before Mia interrupts him and Light immediately spills the beans about the book to her. This is actually so trash. Who the fuck wrote this? I need to
Yeah,
know.
TV series would have been way better.
Of the note to Mia, and together they decide to change the world. They make out, kill bad guys, and Light takes on the Kira name to throw suspicion off from the police. We pick up the pace extremely fast as Kira is already the savior in the eyes of the public, with wanted men and women turning themselves in
so
fear of being
confused.
slain by him. This is when we meet
I'd rather watch
Elle, who
PNG
tells
Lock instead of
Light's
this.
dad that
Man.
Kira is actually not Japanese and instead is working out of Seattle. Elle shows the evidence of this.
Wait,
and
wait,
Elle
wait, wait.
makes
We're not
a
in
tough-
Japan? Whoever greenlit this movie, they need to be taken out back like Old Yeller. Not literally, but just their career needs to be taken out back like Old Yeller, because this is making me upset, and I'm not even personally watching the movie myself. We're not even in Japan, bro.
To speak directly to Kira, baiting out the fact that Light
Whoever
needs
got
a
green
name
lip and have a green
a
dot on
face
him.
to kill his victims. We learn that Elle has had Light followed, which Papa Light does not take very well. And in the meantime, Mia steals the notebook to kill all of the FBI agents following them, and Light thinks Ryuk did it as he very loudly exclaims in the middle of this hallway. Light confronts Ryuk, to which Ryuk explains that the most letters anyone has ever gotten in his name is 2, which doesn't make any sense because
What do you mean?
earlier in the movie, his entire name was written down in the first couple pages by a random.
Yeah,
which
Light
is
was
how
actually
Light
smart.
learned Ryuk's name in the first place. I cannot believe they're trying to take this movie this seriously. Quite literally, everything is wrong. Anyways, Light's dad makes an appearance on television, forcing Mia and Light into a situation. Either Light kills his dad or Elle figures out that Light is Kira 100%. Light takes the latter, eventually being confronted by Elle, to which Light threatens his butler Watari to get Elle's real name. Watari being threatened sends Elle into panic mode as he confronts Light
Everyone
and
in the
his
set
dad
looks slow and crazy.
searches the entire house to find the notebook. Fortunately, Mia came in clutch and
See,
slipped the
L.
notebook.
Okay, so this is L.
Firehouse.
This is L. But the way L sits, if you're gonna translate that into real life, it just does not work. Like in the show, it's iconic, but in real life, it just looks weird, bro. It just looks awkward. Like, bro, put your feet down.
To find the notebook. Fortunately, Mia came in clutch and slipped the notebook before the cops had any chance to flip the house upside down. This leads us to Watari about to find out the true identity of Elle's name for Light.
Okay.
But
L does not
at
give
the
L
school
vibes.
dance, we learn that Mia is behind everything that happened
I
over
get
the
that.
course of this slap fest, including but not limited to the deaths of all of the FBI agents, Watari's death, Elle finding out that Light Turner is actually Kira, and finally, the death of Light Turner. Light and Elle get into a high-speed chase, ending with Elle catching a plank of wood to the back of the head
When
from
you had
one
a
of the
switch on
Kira
you?
supporters. Light tries to convince Mia to stop all of this,
Light
which
Turner's
doesn't work,
crazy.
so Plan B gets put into motion.
So I guess they just Americanized it. So they gave him like a American last name because Yakimi, I guess, wouldn't work in the US. But bro, this whole movie is an L. This is an L.
Of course, Light writes her name down in the book as well as Mia pulls her best Gwen Stacy impression.
Bye.
The page containing Light's name gets burned, saving his life, don't ask, and the movie ends with Elle finding a piece of the Death Note inside of Light's calculus book and frantically writing his name on it, finishing him off once and for all
Sheesh.
as Light confesses all of his sins to his father. Truly, one
Dirt.
of the worst movies of all time.
Why don't we just relax?
Timmy Turner can wish this movie didn't exist.
It wouldn't be complete without a trash-ass horror movie to send us off. And
okay, I don't know about
me,
this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Netflix has an assload of them, and the one I decided for you today is Secret Obsession. We start out directly on a title card, which is never a good sign. Then we see London Tipton in a panic to make some calls.
Brenda Song?
But she is being chased. She locks bro in a bathroom, breaks into this car, and even though it's already on, the car begins to stall. So classic. Bro Chachino hits us with a flash step, and now Jennifer hauls ass into the road where we meet Jennifer's husband, who steps into the hospital, runs around, and learns that she's had some brain bleeding that caused her memory to fade. In the meantime, bro, who was flash stepping us earlier, is still watching London through the windows. The police are doing their job of investigating the events that led Jennifer to introducing her face to the front bumper as Jennifer wakes back up with amnesia. Russell and Jen meet again.
Oh, he did a number on her. Jeez.
Jennifer wakes.
Jeez. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Back up with amnesia. Russell and Jen meet again bars as Detective Frank questions this dude who hit her if he might have saw anything else that night, as Russell and Jen do some more work to discover who she was previously.
Oh yeah, we starting real soon.
Who claims to
turned
be
her into Zuko, man.
Party wants to talk to Jen, which Russell does not seem to be too into. She works on her brain and her legs, eventually getting released, where she and Russell head back home. In the cribbo, Jennifer gets flashbacks of some stabby stabs near this fireplace as the detective calls Russ, and Russ acts a little
and she don't think she okay.
And now we're at dinner where Russell tells Jennifer that she's got no job, no family, and no fucking friends. Russell is doing a very swell job at keeping Jennifer away from the outside world. Surely this isn't too on the nose. Later that night, Russell pays a little visit to the concerned party. And by pays a little visit, I mean beat him up. Dog shit out of with a pipe. Jennifer catches bro ditching the body, and now we're with the detective who knows something is a little too strange.
Why did she slime him?
Jennifer continues to find too many inconsistencies with Russell's photos and his life, which leads us to Detective Frank, who at this point in the story definitely has enough suspicion and or evidence to at least question Russell down at the police station, but whatever. Jennifer and Russell try to get down and dirty, but understandably, Jennifer just isn't ready. This leads us to Russell showing his true self for the first time, only for a minute. And if you
bro got mad because he couldn't get no buns, crazy.
Have eyeballs or any thinking skills at all, I bet you're able to determine that this is not Jennifer's real husband. Detective Frank seems to be the only one with these two attributes in this film because he's able to discover the home of Jennifer's real parents. And like
I probably
Russell
wouldn't
said,
vessel because it'll probably be copyrighted.
They're very dead. Jennifer finally remembers who Russell actually is, big shocker, as he ties her down to the bed frame. Things come crashing down extremely quickly as the detective shows up. Jennifer remembers everything and bashes a vase on Russell's head. The detective finally does his fucking job as Jennifer ups the cannon on Russell, shooting him in the chest. 3 months later, Jennifer is driving off into the horizon, ready to start her new life again. Overall, it's probably best to set your expectations low if you ever decide to watch a streaming service original movie because, man, they are some booty butt cheeks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments
Netflix can cook sometimes too.
To you and what else you'd like me to talk about. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hey, this was a good video because it made me actively mad and I wasn't even watching the show. W video, my bro. W video.